Hi everybody, Patrick here from Engineering Shock Electronics, www.engineeringshock.com, and this is Project 21 for the EPOCH Learning Center, the Voltmeter. Now this project's super easy. It involves a little bit of math in the program. We're talking basic arithmetic. We're going to use we're going to talk a little bit about the test area, and we're going to do two things. We're going to turn on the LCD by turning on the LCD power dip switch. And we're going to turn on all of the quick connect LCD dip switches, which connect GPIO pins 4 through 9 on chip A to the LCD. Next, all we need to do is connect the output of either pot A or pot B, potentiometer, variable resistor, however you want to call it, to GPIO pin 4. Let's power it up. So I'll power it up, and what's going to happen is it's going to give me the analog voltage, the analog 10-bit value. So a value of 0 is 0 volts. A value of 1023 is 5 volts. And so 2 volts is just under half of 1023. So if I turn this number up to roughly 512, we should see 2.5 volts. So I'm going to tune that actually. Let's try to get tuned up. Sorry about that. Screwdriver's not great. So 512 should be 4.5 volts roughly. There we go, 2.5 volts. So to get this to make a calculation easily, what you do is you'd say 5 volts divided by 1024. 0 is a number, and then plus. So 0 plus 1023 is 1024 different states. And then, so you 5 divided by 1024 will equal whatever, some millivolt value, and then you can multiply that by that voltage number by this, and that will equal 2.5 volts. So I can actually do it on a calculator. Hopefully you can see my calculator. So 5 volts divided by 1024 equals 0.00488, which is 4.88 millivolts. Let's multiply that by 512. 2.5 volts. And that's how you get it. It's super easy. And now we're going to measure the accuracy. Now, as soon as I remove this, I'm going to get some weird wonky value on the ADC. There's some capacitance on the line, so it's slowly draining down. This number doesn't mean anything because it's not connected to anything but a floating input. So I'm going to connect it to test point 1 on the test area. Test area has a scope ground pin that you can connect your oscilloscope ground to if you want. And there's another ground for my multimeter, which we'll be using right now, and we'll be using test point 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the pot output to test point 1. Now I'm going to take my multimeter, and I'm going to take my negative probe, my black probe, and I'll connect it to ground. I'll just plop it in that hole. It's a nice, perfect hole for a multimeter connection. And I'll measure test point 1. And I'm reading on the multimeter 2.491 volts. So we are extremely accurate. So we've basically created our multimeter just using a little tiny bit of software, or our voltmeter rather. So thank you all for watching. Check out the code. I believe there are a few challenges in there. And next we'll be using our keypad, our computer keyboard. We're going to connect our computer keyboard to the EPOCH. We're going to have some fun with that. So thanks again and stay tuned. Take care.